For not the first time, President Trump going after America's central bank, an institution meant to be independent from politics. The Fed would be much better off cutting rates as U.S. tariffs start to transition, ease their way into the economy. Do the right thing. April 2nd is Liberation Day in America. The president posted on social media hours after the Federal Reserve announced it's keeping interest rates steady for now in its effort to bring down inflation.
Inflation has moved closer to our 2% longer run goal, though it remains somewhat elevated.
The Fed's restrictive interest rates have been a thorn in Trump's side since he took office.
I think I know interest rates much better than they do.
Presidents have no direct control of interest rates, but President Trump plans to have an indirect effect.
When the oil comes down, it'll bring down prices, then you won't have inflation, and then the interest rates will come down.
That hasn't happened yet. But still, the president wants to see rates cut before his tariff policies really start to take effect. But the vast majority of economists and executives predict tariffs will fuel inflation.
Inflation was running around 2.5% for some time. I do think with the arrival of the tariff inflation, further progress may be delayed.
As history has shown, when the Fed lowers rates too early, inflation only gets worse. As things stand, the Fed is likely to cut rates by 1/4 point twice this year, but their next meeting isn't until May, more than a month after Trump's next round of tariffs start to kick in. And rate cuts are never a sure thing.
I mean, I don't know anyone who has a lot of confidence in their forecast. In the current situation, I just think its uncertainty is remarkably high.
Chair Powell and his colleagues lowering expectations for economic growth this year as expectations for near-term inflation rise. Over at the White House, the Trump administration vows tariffs will ultimately make America more prosperous by onshoring manufacturing. President Trump acknowledges there may be some economic disruption before that happens. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar reporting.